Yo, what's up everyone? My name is Andrew Warren, and in today's video, our main topic is going to be about Tesla and Tesla stock, of course. It's actually been a while since I've done a video specifically on Tesla, but it's also been a while since we've gotten significant news as well. However, with today, we had a huge spike up in terms of growth, and it seems like people really did buy the dip right here. They really took advantage of this dip, and that's why we had such a huge recovery day today with a big rebound. But anyways, before I go on any farther and just dive into this news that led to this growth, please make sure to smash that like button if you enjoy Tesla videos and Tesla content. Make sure to drop a like on this video. It really does help me out, and I really appreciate it. It just takes a few seconds, but it makes a big difference for my day, so I really do appreciate that. But like I said, today we got a huge amount of growth for Tesla stock, and it was something that I really was not expecting, considering that the futures were looking very deep in the red for just the general stock market. And usually when the general stock market is doing poorly, then Tesla usually goes along with that, as do all of the other stocks as well. But Tesla is sometimes that more resistant stock that can be in the green while a lot of the other stocks are in the red as well. So it really does its own thing, and Tesla kind of keeps itself separate from the rest of the stock market in terms of the growth and the action that the stock makes itself. And like I said, this nice 6% that we got in gains today is thanks to some hype because of some news that we recently got. So first off, I'll start with the first piece of news, which I think had a great effect on the stock price today, and I think it's really what got people to purchase this stock, because as we're seeing farther and farther as we get into this year, Tesla is making more progress and more progress in terms of production. As we know, they've been delivering the Model Y. They're figuring out more factories. The factory in Berlin is being constructed. As we know, in the Shanghai factory, one whole part of it has been completed. So Tesla is making a huge amount of progress so far, and we also have Battery Investor Day coming up soon as well, which has been a huge topic among Tesla investors and Tesla enthusiasts, as this day is really supposed to be revolutionary in terms of the future for Tesla, especially when it comes to their battery technology and efficiency for what they can do with the battery right now. And as we know, they are operating on a declining cost curve, which means that as they go further on into research and development of the batteries, then it becomes cheaper and cheaper for them to create the same battery, but also a more efficient battery. So it's getting more efficient and more optimized the farther on they go into production, and it's also getting cheaper to produce as well. So two great benefits all in just one aspect of this business. But first off, like I said, we got a huge piece of news today, and we'll go ahead and jump over to this article from MarketWatch that is titled "Tesla Negotiating Incentives with Austin, Texas Area Report." So as we know, there has been some rumors as to where the next Gigafactory is going to be. I know that Tulsa, Oklahoma has really been wanting Elon and Tesla to build their factory there. Then there's also Austin, Texas, which in my opinion would be the best option. It doesn't seem like they're wanting the factory as much as Tulsa is. Tulsa has even claimed that they'll buy Cybertrucks for their police cars, and I think they also had like a statue or something of Elon Musk as well. So Tulsa really wants Tesla. But with this article right here, it looks like Tesla is leaning towards Austin, Texas. So we'll go ahead and jump into it. It says that Tesla Incorporated and Travis County, Texas are negotiating the terms of a possible incentives package to bring the company's next factory to the area, according to a report in the Austin American-Statesman on Monday. It then states that county commissioners are scheduled to discuss the appeal in an executive session on Tuesday, and a vote is expected in the upcoming weeks. It then mentions that Tesla has shortlisted Austin and Tulsa, Oklahoma as the possible locations of the plant. Like I just mentioned earlier, Austin and Tulsa have been the main considerations for a future factory, and it states that it would be the second U.S. car making factory after its long-standing plant in Fremont. So we know that we have the Fremont factory in California, in which there has been a lot of difficulties, and I know that Elon has been wanting to transition his major production to another factory in the U.S. just because he's had a bad experience with the Fremont officials in Alameda County and stuff like that. As we know, he has been wanting to move to Texas and start the major production there instead of Fremont, because it seems like they really don't incentivize and reward Tesla for what they do in California, and they don't really appreciate it. So I would love to see them move to another state that is really going to appreciate what they're doing. And of course, the jobs that they're providing to people as well. A factory is huge. When you bring a factory to a state, that is a huge aspect. I know in Kentucky we have the Toyota factory, and there's plenty of my friends and people that I know that are willing to drive like an hour or two just to work there every day. They drive like an hour and a half there and then another hour and a half back every day just to work at the Toyota factory. And it's just such a huge factory, and of course a huge economic opportunity as well for people that need jobs. So I can only imagine what a Tesla Gigafactory would do for the state of Texas or for the state of Oklahoma. And as it says right here, it was unclear whether the discussion in Texas meant that the Austin area had been selected as the location, or if the company simply just continued to discuss the matter with other locations. So it's still up in the air as to whether they're going to choose Austin, Texas, or Oklahoma. But as we know, they are discussing incentives and stuff in Austin, Texas. In my personal opinion, I would love to see them go to Austin, Texas. I feel like there's just more opportunity there. And in terms of just the state letting them do what they need to do to, you know, kick up production and keep things going as usual, it's very different from California. I feel like Texas is going to favor Tesla and Elon a lot more and do things to help them compared to what California is doing for Tesla with the whole Alameda situation. California was obviously like, you know, as the state, they said it was fine for everything to open up. But in Fremont, in that specific county, that's where he was having a lot of the problems with them wanting him to shut down the factory and stuff like that. So I feel like Austin, Texas is kind of like the opposite of California and may be exactly what Elon Musk and Tesla need in terms of just a fantastic location for a factory with incentives as well. I just feel like there's a lot more opportunity in Austin, Texas compared to Tulsa, Oklahoma for Tesla. Obviously, as an investor, I know that Tulsa needs it a lot more than Austin needs it, but as an investor, I want to see a location that benefits Tesla the most, and I think that would be Austin rather than Tulsa, Oklahoma. I think that Tulsa needs Tesla much more than Tesla needs Tulsa. And then as you can see right here, it says back in 2014, Nevada agreed to about $1.3 billion in incentives to bring the Tesla's battery factory to the state, and estimated then that the Gigafactory would bring $100 billion in economic activity over the next 20 years. And then, of course, it talks about Tesla shares further on. So that's basically where the article ends right there. And as you can see, it says there was a significant amount in incentives for bringing a factory to Nevada. That's where they produce the batteries, as we know. So a lot of money in incentives. So if we can get something similar like this for Austin, Texas as well, then that will be a huge benefit to Tesla. And obviously, the more factories that we get in America, you know, of course, the better it is for the economy, but the greater it is for production for Tesla as well. And I think that could be a big game changer for Texas, especially because, as we know, you know, in terms of renewable energy, California is a lot more forward thinking than other locations in the world. And if we can get this factory in Texas, we can create like a whole ecosystem around Tesla in those other states that aren't exactly like California, to where we can kind of create this norm around electric cars. And of course, if law enforcement starts buying the Cybertrucks and stuff like that, that will be absolutely huge. It's a no-brainer for law enforcement to get these armored trucks at this point. And that's a huge economic opportunity for Tesla itself, not only just providing it to law enforcement, but also to individuals as well. And especially with Texas being a state where utility vehicles are very useful when it comes to like construction sites, farm work, and other stuff like that, I feel like that's the perfect place that a Cybertruck could be useful for. So I'm very excited about this news. And next up, we have another huge beneficial piece of information for Tesla and Tesla stock, which is a new article that was recently released today that stated Tesla's China car registrations are up 150% for the month of May. So this is actually a transition from registrations of 4,633 units to 11,565 units in May. So this is absolutely a huge piece of information, a huge uptick in car registrations for Tesla vehicles. So this is definitely a big deal to keep into consideration. As we know, the Tesla Model 3 has become the top seller in California, I think, for last month. And then also in the UK, the Tesla Model 3 is the most sold vehicle, I believe. And then, of course, we got this news about China as well. So this is a huge piece of information for Tesla as well, in addition to the potential Gigafactory in Austin, Texas, or Tulsa, Oklahoma. And then finally, we also have one more other major piece of information today for Tesla, which actually doesn't involve the car aspect this time. It's actually more focused on their energy production and energy sourcing, such as its use for electric utility. So we'll go ahead and jump over to this article by Electric, which says that Tesla is officially approved as electric utility in the UK. And as this article says, it emphasizes that the Gas and Electricity Markets Authority has approved Tesla's application and emphasizes that it doesn't deploy solar power in the UK like it does in the US, but it could potentially be expanding, of course, with this most recent event. And it also emphasizes the quote by Elon Musk, where he says that Tesla Energy, the energy division of the automaker, is becoming a distributed global utility and could even outgrow its automotive business. So as we know, Tesla is not only just an automotive business, but they provide power resources as well, such as their battery stations contributing to the grid and stuff like that, and virtual power plants. So there's a lot of revenue potential, not only within the Tesla car market, but as a power source with battery production as well, and of course solar products as well. So Tesla is definitely not just an automotive vehicle industry business. Anyways, I just wanted to share this video with you all, just a few pieces of information and news that I thought was useful. Of course, we have the news about potential incentives for Tesla to create a plant in Austin, Texas. Then we also discussed the uptick in Tesla car registrations in China. And then there's also some major events happening in the United Kingdom as well, in which the clean energy aspect of their business really shines through. So this is not only just news for the vehicles in the Tesla company, but also news for the power generation side as well, which is a huge deal. So anyways, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Please make sure to smash that like button, drop a like on this video if you want to see more news like this in the future, where I keep you up to date on Tesla and Tesla stock. So I hope you all enjoyed, and if you would like to sign up with my referral links to Robinhood and Webull, you'll get some free stocks with those links. So feel free to sign up with those links. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your week. Stay safe out there.